Hello folks, welcome back to our Wrinkly Nomads Motorhome channel. Now in the UK recently, it's been hot, it's been lovely. For the last month, it's averaged about 28 degrees down here in Essex, where I'm currently situated. It's got up as high as 34, 35 degrees. So it's been really nice. But one thing that we've found is that we have a 12-volt Thetford compressor fridge freezer. And being so hot, we've stocked up on a lot more of bottled water and bottled drinks. And we're finding that the fridge compartment is now really crammed. And so is the freezer. We've been getting bags of ice. So you can imagine how pleased I was when Mudiro reached out to me and asked me if I'd test and review their 35-litre compressor fridge freezer. I thought to myself, well, that would be ideal because I can store all the bottles of drink that we've accumulated, free up some space in the main fridge. This review is of a portable fridge freezer. They said, they send me the unit free of charge in return for a review video. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion of exactly whether I think this works okay and whether it's value for money. I've had it on test and been actually using it now for just under a month. So I think that's long enough to see if it works properly, especially in this heat. So let's crack on, shall we? Firstly, I've got to say that over this last month of just using this, it hasn't really let me down. I wouldn't expect it to. I mean, it's a simple bit of kit. It's a 12-volt compressor fridge freezer. It does exactly what it says on the tin. But it's been pretty faultless, really. I've had it running both off of my van electrics, and when I'm outside and we're just chilling out here and I want a drink, I'll pull it out, I'm running it off that Jackery at the moment, and it takes surprisingly low amount of power, of wattage. Once it's cooled down, which incidentally didn't take long at all, once it's cooled down, it must be very well insulated because it maintains that temperature for a long time. Now, being a chest freezer, when you open the lid, all the cool air will stay inside. It just drops down, rather than when you've got an upright fridge freezer, you open the door and everything pours out, all the cold air pours out. Another little feature is that the lid itself is fully detachable. I can only assume that's for something like when you want to give it a really good clean and hygiene and everything. Can't think of any other use. Nevertheless, it clicks back into place really easily, and the whole door shuts exactly the same as before. Now inside, you've also got a drain plug, which is very handy, saves you tipping the whole thing upside down. And you've got this kind of dividing piece here, which will give you a 1/3, 2/3 fridge and freezer, or you can take it out completely and it gives you a separate fridge or freezer configuration. Now you can control those two zones by this control panel here. But to be honest, I much prefer just sitting down using my phone. There's an app for this, and you just Bluetooth your phone to the unit and open it up, and then you're presented with a screen that will tell you the actual temperatures of the two zones. If you've only got one zone and it's only on freezer, for example, there'll just be one figure in the middle here, but I just lower it down to the temperature of about -10, and I've found that that's pretty good, really. You've also got the other zones here that you can check and make sure they're okay, and you can turn it on and off, and you can lock the controls as well. If you've got the unit stored away a bit, which we have, we put it under a seat, and when we want our drinks, we just slide the seat forward and get them out. But if we want to check the temperature or anything similar, we don't have to move around. We just use Bluetooth and it's there. Very handy. Power-wise, you've got a choice of the 12-volt, running it direct to your 12-volt system, or as I've got it here, to the jackery in a cigarette lighter. Or alternatively, you can go for the 240-volt feed direct to a mains power, and it just drops it down to 12 volts via this step-down transformer. Now it's 35 litre capacity, which isn't massive, I'll be honest with you, and it won't store the 2 litre bottles upright. You've got to lay them down, but generally you can get plenty in for a second fridge. The little shelf is handy, and it will store probably more than adequate for most people's needs as a second drinks fridge, or just a bit of overflow storage. The trolley system itself, well, it's nothing to write home about. The wheels are okay, pretty average, but you can pull it along without too much trouble. Alternatively, you can pick it up and carry it. It's not very heavy at all. So, what are the good points and what are the bad points of the Mudiro 35 litre portable 12 volt compressor fridge? Well, it works. Seems to work very well, in fact. It's a bit cheaply made in general, but when you compare that to the price, I think it's good value for money. Trolley system, well, I think that will fail for definite if you're using it over rough terrain, over stones and lumps and bumps. It's not man enough. The wheels are not man enough. But that's a minor point, really. It's a fridge, freezer, and you're going to be storing it somewhere more permanent. In my case, under the seat for a secondary fridge and freezer. The controls, they work really well, especially the Bluetooth, and it takes everything down to temperature and holds it there and keeps the food fresh and your drinks cold. So, all in all, I think it's got far more positive points than negative. Cost-wise, it's substantially cheaper than the big brands, the Domatics and Alpcool, things like that. But it was shipped very quickly. I got it after I'd confirmed that, yes, I'll test it. I got it within about 3 or 4 days. So obviously shipping isn't a problem. But overall, I think it's a thumbs up if you want a secondary fridge or a secondary drinks fridge. So there's not really much more to say about it. It's helped me release space in my fridge and freezer, and which is a good thing. And it probably do the same for you. In these warm conditions, it performs well. So if you're looking for a secondary fridge, yeah, I think I would recommend it. It's certainly good value for money, and it works. As simple as that. So I think I'll end the video here. Hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you a bit of information on these sort of things. And until next time, folks, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.